Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
Hi, my name is Jefferson, and I'm a consultant at solved.cloud. We help businesses automate their data, and if there's one thing that we've learned, it's that a data import without a backup plan is just a disaster waiting to happen. Most people stick to the data import wizard because it's easy. But here's the problem. The wizard is a one-way street. It can't back up your data before you change it, and it can't touch key objects like opportunities or cases. If you make a mistake, there's no undo button. So today I'm showing you the Consultant's Toolkit, the Salesforce Data Loader. I'll show you how to set it up, how to run a point-in-time backup so that you're always safe, and how to handle objects that the wizard won't even show you. So let's dive in. As you can see here, we're now in a Salesforce environment. This is just a playground environment for testing, but it's going to be perfect for this data loader example. So the first thing that we're going to do is go into Setup here, which I have already open, and we're going to go into the quick find and search for the data loader. And once we pull up the data loader, we will click on this link for downloads, which is going to take us to an external site where we'll be able to download the latest release of the Salesforce data loader. So after downloading the data loader, what it's going to give you is a dataloader.zip file. And so you'll go into your files, you'll extract it, and you'll end up with this data loader V6065 or whatever version you have. You'll end up with this folder. And so if you're on a Windows computer, you'll click on the install.bat. And if you're on a Mac, you'll click on install.command. And one of the issues that you may run into if you're on a Mac is that you won't have permissions to open this command file. And so what you're going to need to do is go to your system settings in privacy and security, and you'll scroll all the way down here to the bottom, and you'll click open anyways on this install.command was blocked to protect your Mac. So only after you click open anyway will you be able to run this install.command in your terminal. And so what you'll do here is it will prompt you with several preferences on where you want to install your data loader. And so after all of this runs, and you can select yes or no depending on where you want it. I'll just go with all yeses in this situation, but you can create a desktop shortcut. You can create a shortcut in the applications folder, whatever you want to do. And so you will then be able to go, it will open on your screen automatically, but if you want to go back to it, you can go to applications and your data loader will appear right here. Okay, perfect. So now hopefully you have this data loader UI up on your screen. And I've also gone into the accounts on my playground just to get some default accounts. And I'm going to show you how to do a backup. So you're going to want to do a backup anytime you're making changes to your org, especially if you ever do anything in production, just so you don't lose any data. And this is one of the key benefits of the data loader. So what you're going to do is you're going to do an export. And when we first open it, you're going to have to log in. So what I'm going to do is use the OAuth, and this is a sandbox or a playground. So technically playgrounds fall under production. And since I'm already logged in the background, I can just log in here and it will do a successful authorization. And so now we're going to do an export of the account object. And so what we're going to have this do is it's going to automatically create an extract.csv. What I'm going to do here is make it account.csv, and we're going to put it, something I recommend is creating a folder on your personal device called Salesforce Backups, or any kind of folder that can hold this content. And so we're going to make sure that it saves to this just to keep everything organized. And so next we'll go through, and just in this case, we'll select all fields. You can just select the fields that you want, and then we'll finish. Select yes, and we can view our extraction here in the viewer, or we can open up our CSV file. So here I am now in my Salesforce Backups folder, and I can look at my account CSV that just got populated there. And here it is in Excel. And as you can see, we have all of the information from all of our accounts safely backed up in this file. So now what I've done is I've created a copy of this account CSV and I got rid of almost all of the information. And we're just gonna change the billing state on the account with this ID, which is that Edge communication account. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change it from Texas to California, for example. We're gonna save this. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the data loader. And now that we're here in the data loader, we're gonna do an update. And you're going to select the object that you want to update, and you're going to choose to import from a CSV file. So now I'm just going to select this account copy CSV, and this will be the base of our import that we're going to do. And so we'll keep clicking through here, and you can do different kinds of lookup fields. You can do mappings in case the information that's in your CSV isn't formatted exactly the same way as Salesforce formats it. You can create custom mappings to make sure that everything gets imported correctly. But in my case, this is already done correctly. And there will also be a results folder. So every time you do an update like this, the data loader will automatically do a success CSV and an error CSV and put it into the folder that you select. So this is basically a record that's automatically created of what goes well and what doesn't. And so this Salesforce Backups is a good place for me. And so I'm going to finish and select yes. And I was able to process my update successfully. So now when I look into my Salesforce Backups folder, I see the error CSV and the success CSV. And when I open this, I'm able to see the successful record, which had this ID, change the billing state to California, status, item updated. And so if we go now into the accounts, I've already refreshed this. You can see that Edge Communications now has a billing state of California. So this is obviously a super simple update. However, you can see how powerful the data loader could be if you're doing up to thousands of records. And that is how you move from a basic user to a Salesforce power user. Remember, the data import wizard is fine for a quick fix, but when you're dealing with complex objects or massive data sets, the Salesforce data loader is the way to go. It gives you an audit trail, the backup function stability, and all of these tools that you need to protect your production data. If you found this helpful, check out the solve.cloud channel and subscribe for more deep dives into Salesforce automation and data management. Now, if your company is staring down a massive data migration or a complex system cleanup, and you'd rather have a team of experts handle all of the heavy lifting, head over to solved.cloud. You can book a free call with us right now to see how we can help you streamline your org. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.